Congratulations, you've made history. You're now among a group of graduates who have finished school in the midst of a global pandemic and a civil rights revolution. The world is going through rapid, unprecedented change. So where do you fit in? Now is the time for some tough choices. And I'm not talking about whether you decide to go to university now or next year. I'm not talking about whether you decide to live at home or with your friends. I'm talking about, will you decide to be a passive consumer, accepting products and ideas without questioning their effects on your life? Or will you decide to be a producer in this world, using your skills to build better, safer, ethical products, using your knowledge to come up with inclusive ideas that could change the way we all live? Will you be a bystander, or will you be an agent of change? Now, once you decide to be a producer and not just a consumer, I'll warn you, things start to look really different. You'll start questioning the way things are made, questioning the way systems are defined. We are surrounded by technology. Our lives run on tech, like our social media apps. You don't pay to use Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. You don't pay, but there's a price. As consumers of tech, we're giving these producers everything they need to make billions of dollars a year. So should they be paying us? Ask why. Why haven't we put a value on our personal information and behavioral patterns? Ask why. Now, once you wake up to realizing that you don't have to accept the status quo, you don't have to accept systems that have been in place for hundreds of years, you start to question the definition of things. Take the definition of crime, for example. If you steal $100 from the till at your job, that's theft, right? But if your employer intentionally pays you less than somebody else with the same qualifications, they're essentially stealing from you. But we don't call that theft. We call that wage inequality. Ask why. And as you go out into the world and start asking these questions, start pushing back against these systems that don't make sense, the creators and producers of these systems will push back against you too. Who are you to question the system? Who are you to want to do things differently? Who are you to ask why? So being an agent of change can be lonely, can be terrifying, can even be painful. But transformation doesn't come without pain. Nothing does. You know, a friend of mine who's a playwright, she posted a great reminder the other day. She reminded me that a grape has to be crushed to make wine. An olive is pressed to release oil. A diamond only forms under extreme pressure. Seeds grow in darkness. So whenever you feel crushed, under pressure, or in darkness, remember, you're in a powerful place of transformation. Remember, your breakthrough is right around the corner. Remember, your moment of change is right within your grasp if you hold on and never let go. And holding on doesn't mean you never fall down. It doesn't mean you never break down. It doesn't mean you never feel hopeless. It doesn't mean you're always strong. It just means you decide to get back up. You get back up. My older sister, she had a huge impact on my life growing up, taught me a lot of tough but important lessons. Like whenever I was in total crisis over something and just wanted to crawl into a hole, she'd say to me, okay, you've got one day. You have one day to feel sorry for yourself. Cry all you want. But tomorrow, you get back up. You don't always have to be the strong one, but you do always have to get up. I learned something important from a friend of mine who's a mental health advocate here in Toronto. And she says, being strong isn't about how much you can carry. It's about how much you're willing to put down. You can't carry everything. You can't carry everyone. What will you decide to put down? What will you let go of in order to protect your mental strength? You have to decide what that looks like in your life. It might mean letting go of toxic friendships, family members, jobs. It might mean letting go of the comparing that we do late at night, scrolling Instagram, and wishing for that perfect body, that perfect life that actually doesn't exist. Earlier this year, I had the chance to see Michelle Obama speak. And she spoke for almost 2 hours, but it was only 4 words that stayed with me. Live in the world. Live in the world. What does that mean? It means don't live in your head. Don't live in the warped and twisted reality of social media. Don't even live in the expectation of what your parents want for you, what your teachers want for you. Live in the world. Talk to people. Actively try to understand points of views and life experiences that you know nothing about. And understand that just because something doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it's not real. Understand that real is relative. And each of us has our own personal reality. And realities don't change through social media battles. They're changed through genuine discussion, through empathy and respect. When I was growing up, I'd always hear people say, "You only get one chance." But I don't believe that. Every single day that you're alive, you get a chance. A chance to be great, a chance to be kind, a chance to expand your mind, a chance to change the future, a chance to shift your reality. Am I always this optimistic? No, I'm not. To be honest, the last few months have been really hard. Most days, I'm not great, but I'm always grateful because I'm living. I'm living in the world. And someone, somewhere has been impacted because of my choice to live. My choice to live in the world boldly, fearlessly, and with unshakable confidence. Now is the time for tough choices. How will you choose to live in the world?